kinda slow. There are many here among us, babe, who feel that life is but a joke.
We have such sights to show you.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. I'm the Drunk Kitten Tribbles. Hey, please hit like and subscribe if you like what we do here, and I hope you brought some beers.
Alright everybody, welcome to Ultimate Radio here on YouTube. Today I'm going to start a series that kind of predates Ultimate Radio over on Facebook. This is basically where I got my start after, playing music for a lot of years. This band started in about 1996 and continued up until about 1999. This was an original band where our main songwriter, Will, the singer, I actually wrote a couple, but in all that time we played a lot of shows, but we didn't record much. But these are the 5 that we did save, and there will be a lot of really funny things happened with this band that I'll get into with the Drunk Kitten. But this first song is the only cover we did. We were recording a CD, and this was a cover of All Along the Watchtower by Bob Dylan.
Yeah, boss, I remember back when you guys did this. It was at Brett Hansen's studio, actually his garage studio here in Vegas.
Actually, be fair, Kitten, Brett had, he had converted his garage, but he had a really, really nice studio. Top of the line equipment, everything was recorded on ADATs back then. Just a completely fun experience. But anyway, hey, let's go ahead and just get into this, and then we'll talk a little more about it.
Some kind of way out of here. To the joker, to the thief. There's too much confusion, yeah. I can't get a relief. Businessman, now you drink my wine. Come and take my herb. Number level on the line. Nobody of it is worth.
All right, take a little bit of a break here. Yeah, back in the day, it was just, we played so many really strange gigs. And what's really funny, Will, our singer, he just wanted to write songs and play in the studio. He didn't even want to perform live. In fact, he hated to perform live, but we made it clear to him that studio time costs money. And to get money for studio time, we played live gigs, and we actually accumulated quite a bankroll, which allowed us to go in and record. So, but hey, some of those old gigs were pretty nuts, right, Kitten?
Yeah, boss, I'm just glad you were buying the beers because some of those things were pretty strange. I remember the one, it was on the outskirts of Area 51 here, in a small town called Indian Springs. This guy owned a bar. Now, this guy comes in, it's like 9 o'clock at night, we had just finished setting up, and this guy's like a crocodile wannabe, Crocodile Dundee wannabe. He's got like the big knife, he's got the hat, and he's got the accent. And that was a crazy night because this is a bar with a pizza parlor, but the only people in it were kids all night long. And we were supposed to do 2 nights there, but we only ended up doing 1. So, and then we got a phone call to be in a battle of the bands out in Henderson at a place called Railroad Pass. Well, cool deal, just experience, exposure, and we get out there, and sure enough, it's a country western battle of the bands. But hey, we got up there and then we played our 7 or 8 songs, and we knew we weren't going to win anything. In fact, it was a Garth Brooks wannabe that won the whole deal. But
Hey, that's pretty cool that you saved that old WFM set list. The band was WFM before it was Breed. In fact, Breed didn't actually become the name until we went into the studio. And WFM is short for Will and the Frozen Meatheads, because Will was the singer, and the other 3 of us all worked in the grocery stores in one capacity or another. So anyway, that's how that came about. But hey, let's go ahead and get back into this.
All around the Watchtower, Christmas kept the view. Well, other women came and went, their foot service too. Outside and cold is done, yeah. Wild captive crowd. 2 riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl.
All right, there you have it. That was our 1 cover. Now, kind of the backstory on this is Will's wife, who happened to be my sister, was producing. And we had laid down 5 tracks, and none of them were finished. But we had the basics of 5, and we were going to add 3 more for our CD. And right in the middle of this whole thing, my sister died. So that basically put an end to the whole project. And I didn't want to lose it all. So one Saturday afternoon, I went down and sat with Brett for about 4 hours, and we put a rough mix on everything. So I was able to save 5 tracks. I wish we could have finished this, because even with the 5 songs I'm going to play, the other 3, in fact we had 10 that were far better, but you'll find they're all different. They're all kind of unique in a way, even though they're not any particular style or genre. Some are a little more rocking, some are jazzy, some are downright bubblegum. But hey, I'll get to them all sooner or later and get them posted on here.
yeah, I thought that was a pretty good cover there, boss. Hey, we need to get out of here pretty soon and go find a beer. I know we have a lot more stories and we have 4 more songs to post, so why don't we call it a day and go find a beer?
All right, kitten, I hear that. Hey, by the way, I was playing the cheesy guitar. I never considered myself any more than a hacker, but uh, Vince, the guy on the ladder, he's a Frito-Lay driver. He was a drummer. The guy on the other side with the hat, that's Jay. He was our frozen food guy at the store, and that's Will sitting in front. So, anyway, we're going to move on to the next one. I hope you liked it. I mean, I wish we could have finished it, but oh well, that's the breaks. Hey, take care, folks. Thanks for listening.